What if the world as you know it is about to undergo a massive transformation? Imagine a scenario where our global system, the one we've known and lived in, is on the brink of a colossal shift. This is not a stuff of science fiction, my friends. We are talking about a very real, very contemporary concept that's been causing quite a stir around the globe: the Great Reset. The Great Reset is an initiative that was born within the corridors of the World Economic Forum. Its aim? To improve the state of the world by fostering a future that is more sustainable, more resilient. The proponents of this agenda believe that the current global system is fraught with inequalities and unsustainable practices. Their solution, a reset, a comprehensive overhaul of our economic, social and political structures. But why, you may wonder, has this concept been igniting intense debates worldwide? Well, the answer lies in the magnitude of its implications. The Great Reset is not just about tweaking a few policies here and there. It's about a wholesale transformation of our world, a metamorphosis of the way we live, work and interact. This brings us to the controversies. With such a grand vision, the Great Reset has its fair share of supporters and detractors. Supporters laud it as a much-needed reformation, a chance to rectify the flaws of our current system. Detractors, on the other hand, view it with skepticism, fearing a loss of freedoms and a shift towards a more centralized global power. The Great Reset is a topic that's been shrouded in a cloud of intrigue and speculation. Is it the dawn of a new era, or the setting sun on our current freedoms? Is it a step towards a more equitable world, or a leap into the unknown? These are questions that have been fueling heated discussions across the world. The Great Reset is not just a term, it's a global agenda that could redefine our future. So, whether you're a supporter, a skeptic, or still on the fence, one thing's for sure. The Great Reset is a concept that no one can afford to ignore. The Great Reset, as proposed by the World Economic Forum, revolves around three core components. Firstly, the Great Reset emphasizes improving the state of the world by creating a more sustainable and resilient future. This is about reimagining our societies and economies in a way that prioritizes long-term health and well-being over short-term gain. It means recognizing the limitations of our current systems and making a conscious effort to build back better, taking into account not just economic factors but social and environmental ones too. It's about understanding that our future depends on more than just financial prosperity. The second component of the Great Reset is enhancing cooperation between nations and stakeholders. In a world that's becoming increasingly interconnected, it's crucial that we work together to tackle the challenges we face. This means fostering a spirit of global cooperation and shared responsibility. It's about breaking down barriers, building bridges and finding common ground. It's about recognizing that we're all in this together and that the actions of one can have profound impacts on all. The third and final component of the Great Reset is harnessing the innovations of the fourth industrial revolution. This is about leveraging the power of digital technology to create more inclusive, equitable and sustainable societies. It's about embracing the possibilities that come with advancements in areas like artificial intelligence, robotics and biotechnology. It's about understanding that these technologies can be powerful tools for positive change if we use them wisely. These three components may seem distinct, but they're deeply interrelated. A sustainable and resilient future depends on global cooperation and the wise use of technology. Similarly, effective cooperation requires a shared vision for a sustainable future and the tools to make that vision a reality. And harnessing the innovations of the fourth industrial revolution is only possible if we have a stable, cooperative global platform on which to build. These three components together form the backbone of the Great Reset initiative. The implications of the Great Reset could be far-reaching and transformative. In the economic sphere, the Great Reset aims to shift the global financial system towards one that prioritizes shared prosperity and environmental sustainability. This could stimulate the development of new industries and jobs, particularly in the green economy. However, it could also disrupt established industries and professions, leading to job losses and economic uncertainty for many. In the social realm, the Great Reset could lead to a more inclusive and equitable world by addressing systemic inequities and promoting social cohesion. Yet, Critics argue that it may also lead to greater centralization of power and control, potentially infringing on individual freedoms and sovereignty. In the realm of the environment, the Great Reset offers a chance to halt and reverse the damaging effects of climate change by pushing for a transition to a carbon-neutral world. While this is a laudable goal, the transition could be fraught with challenges, including resistance from fossil fuel-dependent industries and economies. The Great Reset also brings with it a host of potential challenges and criticisms. Some express concerns over the concentration of decision-making powers in the hands of a few global elites. Others worry about the potential loss of individual freedoms and rights in the name of collective good. There are also fears that the rush to reset could lead to hasty decisions and inadvertent negative consequences. These concerns are not to be dismissed lightly. They underscore the need for a careful, inclusive and transparent approach to the Great Reset, one that takes into account the diverse interests and concerns of all stakeholders. In conclusion, the Great Reset represents a bold and ambitious vision for the future. However, its implementation could also bring about significant disruptions and challenges. The task then is to navigate these waters with care, balancing the need for systemic change with a respect for individual rights and freedoms, and a commitment to leaving no one behind. The ripple effects of the Great Reset could change the course of our global society. Like any significant global initiative, the Great Reset has its share of critics. Among the myriad of voices, certain criticisms echo louder, painting a picture of potential risks and drawbacks associated with this initiative. A common concern among critics is the fear of a dystopian future. Critics argue that the Great Reset could lead to an over-reliance on technology, with AI and automation taking precedence over human jobs. This, they believe, could result in a world where human value is diminished and the essence of what it means to be human is lost. Another argument is the potential loss of individual freedoms and privacy. Critics worry that the push for a more digital world could lead to increased surveillance and loss of personal privacy. They question if the price of a more sustainable and inclusive world is too high, if it means sacrificing personal liberties. Then, there's the worry about the potential for increased inequality. Critics argue that while the Great Reset aims to address economic disparities, it might inadvertently widen the gap between the rich and the poor. They posit that the wealthy and powerful could use this as an opportunity to consolidate their power, while the less fortunate are left behind. And of course, we cannot overlook the conspiracy theories surrounding the Great Reset. From claims of a secret society planning to control the world, to fears of a new world order, these theories have added fuel to the fire of criticisms. However, it's important to approach these with a critical eye, separating fact from fiction, and understanding that a global initiative of this magnitude is bound to generate some level of controversy. In all, it's crucial to remember that criticisms are not inherently negative. They provide an opportunity for dialogue, for reassessing strategies, and for making necessary adjustments. They remind us to tread carefully, to consider all perspectives, and to ensure that the pursuit of a better world doesn't come at the expense of our fundamental rights and freedoms. The Great Reset, while promising, is not without its share of controversies and criticisms. It's a complex initiative, one that demands our attention, our scrutiny, and our collective effort to ensure its success. As we stand at the crossroads, the path to the Great Reset is fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The road ahead is not just a straight highway, but a winding path, marked with forks, junctions, and sometimes dead ends. Yet it is this very journey that holds the promise of a better tomorrow, a world where every individual, society, and government works in harmony towards a common vision. The Great Reset is not a destination, but a journey that begins with understanding and ends with action. It calls for a fundamental shift in how we view our world, how we interact with it, and how we shape it. It is a call to action, to rethink, to reimagine, and to rebuild. For individuals, it means embracing change, learning new skills, and adapting to an ever-evolving world. It means taking responsibility for our actions and understanding the impact we have on our world. It means breaking away from patterns of consumption and waste and moving towards a more sustainable way of life. For societies, it means fostering inclusivity, promoting diversity and ensuring equal opportunities for all. It means breaking down barriers, shattering stereotypes, and building bridges of understanding and empathy. It means creating resilient communities that can weather the storms of change. For governments, it means creating policies that are not just reactive, but proactive. It means investing in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and ensuring a fair distribution of resources. It means leading with integrity, transparency, and accountability. But achieving this vision is not the work of a day, a month, or even a year. It requires sustained effort, concerted action, and most importantly, active participation from all. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone has a voice to be heard. It is through thoughtful discourse, open dialogue, and constructive criticism that we can shape this new future. The Great Reset presents us with an opportunity to shape our future, but the journey ahead is long and complex. But remember, it is not the destination, but the journey that matters. And this journey, our journey, starts now.